Hi, I'm Bryan. I own a store called Ego Green Living Made Easy. And some people consider me or call me a green lifestyle expert. I'm a sustainability consultant. I call myself sometimes an eco-nerd. But really, I'm just living on this planet Earth, just like everybody else. I'm a son, I'm a father, I'm a husband, a brother, a friend. I have a family, and what I'm about to share with you might be business suicide, but I'm going to share with you the top things that you can do to be a green and responsible consumer. The number one absolute best thing that you can do to be a green and responsible consumer is to stop consuming. Stop shopping. Stop buying things you don't need. We live in a world where overconsumption has led to critical degradation of our environment, unfair and terrible living conditions for so many people in the world. And it's not right. So the number one thing you can do to help make the world a better place, to be a responsible consumer, is to stop over-consuming. Stop buying things you don't need. What's the second most important thing you can do? We've heard it before. Reuse, recycle, upcycle, buy secondhand. If you're going to buy something, see if you can find it secondhand. Reuse what you have. Repurpose things, upcycle things. We have created so much waste and have consumed so much that the market is flooded with things that are being sold or given away secondhand or being thrown away and not used. And then we're just making more and making more and making more and making more because we want more and more and more. There's plenty out there. Use it, reuse it. The third most important thing you can do to be a green and responsible consumer, if you need to buy something new, make sure you are buying something that considers the environment, the people making it, the farmers, the factory workers, animals, nature, the people using the product. We don't want to buy something that we know is going to poison our children when we give it to them to play with. We don't want to buy something that we know is going to poison ourselves or the people around us when we eat it, when we use it. So if you need to buy something new, buy responsibly. Consume responsibly. You want to look for organic products. Products made of recycled or upcycled materials. You want to look for things that do not have poisonous chemicals in them. And you want to look for things that are produced in fair conditions, that are traded fairly, so you know that all the way along the production process, things are fair and responsible for everybody involved. The times we live in today are important times because we need to make decisions. We need to make them now. We don't have a lot of time to wait because we're degrading our environment. We're causing unjust inequality in the world by buying things that are cheap and made under terrible conditions for the people producing them, because we want more. And we're setting an example for countries and people living in parts of the world where they don't have as much as we have in the Western world, and saying, this is the model we need. Overconsume, overconsume, overconsume. See how good we have it. And then more people want to live the lifestyle we have, which leads to more overconsumption, more overconsumption, more overconsumption. And the planet can't take that. We can't take that as people, because the more we do that, the more people are suffering. The more nature is suffering. Animals are suffering. Children are suffering. The planet is suffering. And we know this. It's not something that's debatable. It's in the media every day. We hear about it, we see it, and we block it out. If we know it's happening, we have to make a decision. Make the decision. Small steps are good. Big steps are better. Everything matters. What's the fourth thing you can do to be a more responsible, greener consumer? Get the information you need. Ask the questions. Work with people in your community. And find out what you can do to reduce consumption and consume responsibly. One thing I forgot to mention is, of course, local is better. If you think about the things that we're buying on the market and where they come from, we're buying things made halfway across the world. Try to find things that aren't shipped big distances, produced locally, recycled locally, traded locally, bartered locally, shared locally, as local as possible, and then start looking outward and see how you can get your things as close as possible. So, yeah, I'm Bryan, and I enjoy sharing this planet with you. And I hope we can do this, and our children can do this, and our grandchildren can do this for many, 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 many generations. Thanks.